Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Extreme Tarot, where we do moon readings, zodiac readings, and pick a card readings. Today we're doing a pick a card reading, a look into how your person is feeling about you, a time-honored classic. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1, I have the Hocus Pocus Tarot and the Titanium Rose Quartz. For pile 2, I have the Halloween Tarot and the Blue Kyanite. So pretty. And for pile 3, I have the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot and the Golden Healer Heart. So if you need a minute, take it, go ahead and pick your pile, pause the video if you need to, otherwise I will see you there. And also you'll probably recognize this format if you watch my zodiac readings, because it's very similar, like almost exactly like the way I do those, so it'll feel like home. All right guys, I'll see you at your pile. Bye. Woo. Alright guys, so if you chose pile 1 and the Titanium Rose Quartz and the Hocus Pocus Tarot, this is going to be your reading to see how your person's feeling about you. I'm just going to put your crystal like right here. And I've never used this deck before ever. So it's going to be interesting. The first thing I'm going to do, just giving it a quick shuffle. But the first thing I'm going to do is I have some pre-shuffled oracles for you guys just to get a general like overview of what's going on in the connection right now. So the first card we have is Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. This card is representing the energy between the two of you right now. For your person's energy towards you, we have the butterfly energy. For your energy, we have the raccoon. Okay. For their energy towards you, we have sextile. It says a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. And for you guys, we have Leo energy, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Leo, stop, honey. For your person, we have my body allows me to thrive. Okay. And then for you guys, we have my heart is open to receive love, joy, peace, wealth, and guidance. Okay, so let's start with this and just get a sense. Leo, honey, can you please just, hold on, let me just like move this stuff. Leo, baby. Okay, come sit next to me. All right, so trust. So that's like a good sign to see like right in between you guys. I also shuffled a song for you and it was Glory Box by, is it Portishead? I don't know, some like 90s song. And it's interesting because this card Trust actually references transformation, and we have butterfly energy, which is obviously like a universal symbol for transformation on your person's end. So transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Interesting, because the word situation is on this, and on this card it says a rewarding situation. So I feel like for your person, obviously they're going through some sort of like transformation, like they're and this is how they're feeling about you. It's interesting, they're facing away from you. So I feel like, and I noticed this in all the piles too, that there could be a lot of like separateness right now. I feel like almost like something has like driven a wedge. Maybe they feel like they've driven a wedge between you or something like that. I'm just like really getting that vibe. I feel like they could be beating themselves up a little bit for maybe the way that they feel that they've treated you or something like that. Or just maybe like distancing themselves from you. But it does seem like they are going through something here with this butterfly energy being here. And maybe that's what they had to accept. okay, like I just need this time right now in order to just like get in the right state of mind, because this is an air energy here with the butterfly. Sextile is an aspect between two planets, and it's like a good and bad. It's like kind of like it has the potential, but it's not there yet, like a combination of tension and flow. And then it says my body allows me to thrive. So I feel like they could be really stressing out to the point that it's like affecting their ability, like their body is feeling tense, like maybe they should go get a massage or something, like, or maybe they've been trying to channel all that mental energy into doing, because we have like going from like the body or the mind to the body kind of an energy, tension and flow. Like, I don't know, I just feel like they could be like super stressed out. Maybe they're trying to learn how to accept whatever's going on between you guys or whatever's going on in their life. I feel like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of like a heavy heart right now when I'm like tapping into this energy a little bit, like where maybe like they're starting to, what's that song, Portishead, Glory Box, where it's like, I mean, well, this talks about a great personal transformation, and then like that song, it's almost like how the person in the song is like, gonna give my heart away, leave it to the other girls to play. I've been a temptress for too long. Give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be a woman. Like, it's almost like I just want, like, they're trying to like evolve, I feel like. And I feel like, again, with my body allows me to thrive, maybe it's like something where they're trying to realize that their body and what they do with it and things like that, like, it should be more, what's the word? Like thoughtful, but that's not the word I was thinking of. Like they should be more thoughtful with how they're using their body or something, maybe. Like maybe they've been a little too loose with it, and now they're trying to like, maybe they feel like they've messed things up and they don't even know if they're like almost turning away in shame or something. They don't even know if you would still want them back. So it's like they could maybe, but now they're thinking like they want you back, and that there is potential, but they don't know, and that's where the tension is coming from. Like, I feel like they're a little bit all over the map right now. They're very confused. I feel like there's a lot of layers to what they're thinking about. So yeah, if definitely this might be resonating with you if you guys have noticed some distance between you guys recently. But at the same time, it's like they're trying to trust that if they make this change, that things will like work out between you guys. But at the same time, I think these thoughts are coming in that are telling them like, no, it won't, like I've already ruined things. Maybe they're trying to keep themselves on like a routine. I feel like I'm getting almost like a Virgo energy here with the my body allows me to thrive. And I think the butterfly talks about getting onto a routine somehow to kind of like keep yourself balanced and things like that. So because I'm thinking about a transformation and going through and there's like an Aries full moon if you're watching it when I'm posting it. So it could, and that's like Mars like energy, which is kind of present here with the butterfly. It could really be affecting them, especially if they have any like Aries or Scorpio in their chart. It could be like a big one, this full moon. So where was I just going with that? The Virgo energy. Oh, like, okay, so like maybe like a lot of things are coming up for them emotionally that are causing them, or just like their fears. I'm getting that they could be really like having a lot of anxiety about this, and like getting into their routine like will kind of help them to keep a sense of stability in their life. All right, so moving over to you. Okay, like we have the raccoon and the Leo energy, which is interesting because with the raccoon, it talks about like an artist, like an artistic person, and we have creativity here with this. And I feel like, again, I feel like you've kind of have been in the dark, but I feel like I'm getting more of the light aspect of this raccoon, where you are like digging into the depths of your own like self-love, because it says self-confidence. Like with this person, they're really thinking about the aspect between the two of you, how they've driven a wedge and blah, blah, blah. I feel like you're more so thinking about just being in a good energy, having like channeling your energy towards, because this has my heart is open to receive love, and that's the first one. So I think that's very telling. Like that is what you want the most, but I can put that on the back burner, focus on finding peace. There's joy. obviously I think your person would bring you joy, but that doesn't have to be the only thing. And then it says wealth and guidance. So you could be focusing on your money, you could be focusing on some creative project, or you could be just really just trying to take a dark situation and use it. I feel like you're using it as fuel. Transformation occurs through acceptance. I feel like you've accepted that this person needs space or something like that. Like you are like kind of facing towards them, kind of curled up. This raccoon is very like curled up, but it's almost like you see them flying away. And I feel like you took a little bit of time to feel the sadness, because I am getting a sadness from this raccoon, but then I'm also getting like an opening up of the heart. Like, yeah, my heart is open to receive love. Obviously, that's where I'm getting that from. But even like this heart has wings here, where it's almost like on this card. I don't know if you can see right there. So I'm getting something where, and it almost looks like those are like wings opening, like arms opening. So it's almost like, you know what, like I have to be open to life. I can't let this like bring me down. Like I can be sad about it, but then it's like once I like move through these emotions, like I have to just keep doing my best work, keep, focusing on, hello Kiki, how's my little baby girl? She's my little baby. You're my baby. I'm sorry, I love this cat so much. She's the baby of the family. Yes you are. But yeah, so anyway, sorry. Oh, no, Kiki, get away from the camera. Get away, you bad girl. What are you doing? Oh my God. All right, sorry, she just like hit the mic. All right, anyway, so back to, sorry about that. I just like love her. But yeah, the raccoon. So I feel like you kind of came to a point where you're like, you know what, like I have other things going on in my life. Like that's what I'm really getting. Like my heart is open to receive love, joy, peace, wealth, guidance. Like I feel like I could focus my energies onto other things. I could put my energy back on myself. Like it's like, the secret. You have to stay in a good vibe in order to attract things and remain open. Like you can't take this personal, which I feel like you did at first. You took this personal, that this person was maybe like creating some distance between the two of you, and it really affected you and your self-esteem, your self-confidence. But I feel like as of right now, you're trying to, look, Kiki, please get away from the phone, honey. Stop. I feel like right now you're trying to kind of, what's the word? Like you found another spark to like, okay, like, like they need their space. That's okay. Like I'm going to do my thing. And I feel like you're kind of, because this raccoon energy is still present, I feel like you're trying to like come out of hiding again, because that's what it talks about, shadowy being in hiding. I feel like you're like trying to like, let some light on there, like with these candles. Yeah, definitely. I just realized that there's all these candles on this card. So I feel like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to like get some light and air in there and just accept the situation and continue to do it. You realize it's a practice. It's something that's not going to happen overnight. You might still feel sad tomorrow, but then you'll, put some work in, like do something. Like I feel like self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Like it's like realizing, and yeah, you picked the rose quartz here, titanium rose quartz. So it's like self-love. Rose quartz is obviously about romantic love too, but it starts at home. If you're in a vibe thinking that you did something to drive this person away and it's me, blah, 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 like you're not really in an energy of being open to attract and receive love. So it's like, I feel like you're trying to kind of recalibrate that. So if this sounds like your reading, guys, let's dive in and see what your person is feeling about you with the Hocus Pocus Tarot that my sister got me for my birthday. Thank you. I'm finally using it. She's been watching to make sure I would use it. Like I can't. She's funny. All right. What is pile one's person feeling for pile one? What is pile one's person's overall energy towards pile one? Okay. Okay, we have the Sun. We have the Page of Pumpkins. Sorry, I'm like holding that weird. The Page of Pumpkins or the Page of Pentacles. And the Five of Potions, which is like the Five of Cups. Okay. What else? How is pile one's person? Ooh, the 5 of pumpkins or the 5 of pentacles. And one more. How is pile one's person feeling towards pile? Oh, that was too many. How is pile one's person feeling? Okay, thank you. All right, the 10 of candles in reverse, the 10 of wands in reverse. Okay. And the 8 of candles on the back of the deck, or the 8 of wands. Okay, very cool. Okay, so let's talk about what we're seeing here. First off, we have the sun, which is a good sign, but I'm almost getting, like, remember how I was saying they're like driving a wedge between you? It kind of looks to me on this card, like there's the sun and this witch is like, like running away from it. And I'm guessing you're the sun over here. And it's almost like you're thinking that you're like dark or bad, like, you know what I mean? But it's like really like you are the sun, and that's this person is like not ready, I guess, or like wasn't ready. This is, I think, why they drove a wedge between you. I think having that much light in their life and happiness, like scared them somehow. Like it just made them like a vampire would, like, or I guess, or a witch here. Like they just made them like want to shrink away, like from the light. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like this is them running away. Like this, she's like, looks like she's running. I don't know if that's supposed to be her like foot behind her running, or if that's like, but she's running like the devil's chasing her. Like it's like literally, and I think that's what happened. Like maybe you guys had some sort of a breakthrough with the sun. I think of like a breakthrough, clarity, and things like that, which I think this card talks about, if I'm not mistaken, with the butterfly. But and it's almost like it was like too much of a breakthrough, and it's like they had to run away. And it's like, then we're moving to the Page of Pentacles here, where it's like, I'm kind of getting a sense between like with the Page of Pumpkins and the 5 of Potions or the 5 of Cups. Like, let me look at this real quick. Sorry, I've never worked with this deck. Hair of wolf, spider legs, oil of bat for Billy. Bat teeth. Okay, well, interesting if someone's name is Billy. But anyway, Page of Pumpkins. It's like maybe they ran from this, and it's like now it's almost like they tried to start something new. Again, maybe in their career or something like that. With the Page of Pumpkins, I'm kind of getting that same Virgo vibe where they tried to distract themselves. There's like a lot going on in this card. There's like a lot of people around. I feel like they tried to almost like tell themselves that their life was like fulfilled like on their own. But it's like, look, there's like the skeleton in the middle, which I feel like is your person. And it's like they miss you. I feel like they do miss you. I feel like they're surrounded by all this like fun and all this stuff, but like they are missing you, because in the 5 of Potions or the 5 of Cups is like the main energy, because it's like in the middle. That's kind of how I take it. It's at like the heart of the reading, and it's like in the heart of them, like is the regret and loss. Like it's like a skeleton trying to pretend like they're partying, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're really like, I'm noticing this mummy, they're like hiding behind like some sort of veneer that is kind of paper thin, because it looks like he's like wrapped up in toilet paper, like mummy paper, whatever that is. Honey, watch the candle. But yeah, with the 5 of Potions, like they're definitely feeling like a sense of regret here. And I think they're feeling too, like one of the reasons that they ran away, again, there's some sort of, hey, there's something about them, like my body allows me to thrive, and then being the Page of Pentacles kind of, where they see you as the sun and they just feel like they're like a page, they're a beginner, they're not worthy or something like that. Like maybe like I was saying, yeah, you're the sun, they're the Page of Pentacles, and it's almost like, I don't know, they feel like they have to run away from it, and maybe even like hang out with people that aren't as shining as bright as you, if that makes sense. Like maybe like it doesn't have to be like another like romantic interest, but maybe it is, if you know that for a fact or something like that. But it's almost like just like a more superficial level of like connection than like what they would feel with you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like better or worse, but it's like maybe like with their certain group of friends, it's like they don't feel like deep emotions or talk about deep things. Like it's more like, oh, like let's, you know, have a few drinks and like do whatever. Like, you know, it's like something like that. Yeah, a few drinks with the 5 of potions. Like these 5 cups here looks like wine bottles and things like that. But obviously they're feeling some sort of loss. Like I feel like at first they were able to sort of tell themselves that they were fine and things like that. But then as we move into this 5 of cups, I feel like this pain is kind of like at the forefront of their heart right now. And like I was saying, there was a full moon and I'm noticing this Aries. I just said that it's an Aries full moon. That's why I just said that. But on this 5 of pumpkins, which is the 5 of pentacles, there's this like wolf howling at the moon here. And I feel like they're really feeling like the absence of you and they are missing that light. It's almost like where here they were running from it, like how you can see those silhouettes. I do like this deck. I feel like the silhouettes are cool. Like I'm getting a lot from that, like the light and the shadow aspects and stuff. But like here, it's like they're the pumpkin and the light is there and they're like back looking at it, howling for it and like wanting it back in their life. But with the 10 of candles, which is the 10 of wands, it's almost like I feel like they have kind of, I'm getting like almost like a decision or something. Let me look at this card. What is it? It's a bunch of candles. Okay. Again, it's like a window with like candles inside of it where it's almost like, but the fact that it's in reverse, I think it's like they don't know if they can still get in. They're doubting their ability. They want to because we have this here. Oh, this is stuck to it too. The King of Swords. But the 8 of candles, which is the 8 of wands, which again is a card of like they want to come in fast. But with the 10 of wands being here, it's like this closed window. And the fact that it's in reverse as well is making me think that they don't think that you'll like allow them in anymore. They're all this candle imagery. I don't know. Like that's why I'm saying like you put the light back on now. Maybe like they're being more drawn to your energy again because your heart is open to receive love and joy, whatever, all this stuff. It's like your energy is almost like drawing them in like a moth to a flame again, or like the wolf to the moon. Like they're just like, oh, like I miss you. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm getting for how they're feeling about you. Like I think they really are feeling the regret and the loss right now. They feel like maybe they messed things up. I feel like you're open to them. My heart is open to it. Like I get that you're going to fly away. Maybe you do feel sad about it at some point. I feel like you've really worked through like kind of like the roller coaster, the waves of these emotions though. And even if they are coming in, it's not as intense and you're kind of in a chill, cool energy, with some little pinpricks of sadness coming up. Whereas your person, I think, is feeling the weight of like imagining a life without you and things like that. And they're wondering if this door is like closed permanently. Okay, so let's now get some advice. Like what advice would your person get if they needed some advice, just to get more in depth maybe of like why they're feeling this way or and things like that, or what is holding them back maybe from like why are they flying away, why do they keep driving wedges in between you guys, things like that. That was like the main thing I was getting, that they're driving a wedge between you. And also your song, again, if you want to listen to it, is Glory Box. I think it's one word, maybe not. Anyway, Glory Box, 1 or 2 words by Portishead, like Portishead. That I think is one word. All right. Oh, okay. We're just going to take the one that flipped. But yeah, look, it's okay to slip up, acknowledge, apologize, and get back on track. So they are acknowledging, am I saying that right? That they slipped up somehow. And I think they are wanting to get this back on track, acknowledge it, apologize to you maybe, or just maybe not apologize, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, because especially if you guys aren't in an established connection, like, it's not like they need to apologize, but like maybe just be like, hey, like, you know, like, sorry, I've been MIA, but like, blah, blah, blah. Like, just kind of like restart the connection again, or like restart the communication. I feel like they're like, it could be a potentially rewarding situation, or she could slam the door in my face, she or he. Sorry. Let's just say, let's see. Everything you went through was to illuminate the right and wrong way to do things. There's a lot about, look, illuminate, like with this candles and like the light, like they, again, it's like maybe they acted not wrong, but like they acted in a way, like a familiar way where they run away and blah, blah, blah. And now, you know, they're realizing like it's okay to slip up, and it's like almost a continuation. It's okay to slip up, acknowledge, apologize, get back on track. Maybe everything I went through was just so I could see like and be aware that like I have this reaction, you know, to the light, like to something good, you know. Let's see what we have here too. Start and end the day with positive thoughts about yourself, even if you're mean in between. Yeah, this is something that they need to learn, because I feel like they do beat themselves up. They feel like, oh no, now I've lost it. Like now, with the howling at the moon, like they're never going to get it back, and they're kind of like beating themselves up. And again, that's not like a great energy to be in. It says get in touch with those more sensual and relaxing energies. Again, like getting out of their, I was wondering if something about the body was going to come up, because I'm like, what is that? I'm still kind of a little confused about that, but maybe they're just trying to more, like I was saying, they have some tension. They need to relax. Like they need to like get a massage or like do some stretching. Like, I mean, I always suggest yoga, but I mean, it doesn't have to be yoga, but just like stretch it out wherever you're feeling tense or whatever. And when an opportunity presents, don't hesitate to seize it. Like that's something that they're learning, maybe that they squandered this opportunity, and now they're suffering a loss here with the Five of Pentacles. So look, don't take failure so personally. See what you can learn from it. So hopefully they are doing this, and I feel like they are. That is the energy that they're in. But you know, they're going at their own pace here. So I would just continue to do what you're doing over there, working on your self-love, your self-confidence. Like they're clearly like missing you, missing your warmth and your light. I really feel like they haven't really been having a great time without you. So, I mean, I'm not saying that we obviously want them to have a good time, but you know, we don't want them to be sad and miserable. We want them to be in a good energy. But I mean, this is obviously what they had to go through in order to maybe see that they do this and recognize this pattern more like clearly. So let's see what they would say to you. What would your person want to say to you right now? What would they actually say to you if they weren't so scared? You're literally hysterical. Yeah, I am getting that there's like a warmth here that they feel for you. Do I want to put these here or here? I'll put them here. Okay. What else would your person want to say to you? But again, even with the sun, again, like that's joy, that's laughter. Like maybe they just find you really funny and just like enjoy your energy, like in general. And it's like, that's maybe like you're thinking like, oh, like maybe like when, if you like you saw each other, for example, or you talked again or something, you're like, oh, maybe like what everything I said was so lame, like blah, 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 blah. And now they don't want to be around me, like, or something like that. But they're thinking like, no, it was just that I liked it so much that like it scared me and I had to just like take a minute, you know. I can't wait to make this all up to you one day. Yeah, they're definitely like wanting to do that if they can, but they're not sure that like they're gonna have the opportunity. I feel like I should take those. They came out. But they're thinking like, oh my God, if like, say like I bump into this person, like I'm going to do something. Like I feel like that's something that they're really thinking about. Okay, I know I have to save myself. You can't do it for me. Half the time I'm terrified. Half the time I want to charge at you like a linebacker. Yeah, there's definitely that push and pull. It's so hard for me to open up. I am trying. And they are. I think they really are. But this is just the way they do things, you know. I know I need to grow up. It says, you're so pure. You've never met anyone who had the same heart as me. It blows my mind how caring and kind you are. You're not afraid to look silly. I think they just enjoy, like, again, even with the sun usually has like a child on it. Like there's like that pure energy coming through, like the heart of a child, that whole thing about your heart being, and they feel they're the same way. And I just think they feel like this could really be something. And it's almost like that's why they're running from it. I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. I think they really are, or I think you both are, or you will, like, I guess if they, you know, end up coming back, because so they could learn this lesson. This is very clear and like to the point here. You're so sweet. And I love how you always stick up for others. So they're seeing a lot of good qualities in you, and they're also qualities that they see like in themselves. Sorry, I'm just gonna like start packing up here because I gotta move on to the next pile. But oh, we also had, you judge people on their character and never for any superficial reasons. And like I was saying, like the people that they're hanging out with, there's a more superficial vibe, like where they feel like, whereas they feel like with you, I don't know, it's just, it's more real. Like, it's like there's no barriers. It's like just out in the open, light and warm, but it's not like uncomfortable. It's not like a glaring light of like, you know, a police interrogation where they shine the light, like trying to like make you nervous. Like, it's like this warm light, but it's like, again, like this is like their reaction to it. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know what you do, like they're melting from it or something, but I don't know. I feel like they are trying to work through this and learn from it as best they can. So I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching this reading. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Thank you to everyone who already has. Like, it's so exciting for me, and I really appreciate you all. And if you want to check, like, you know, if you like the format of this reading, I do like my zodiac readings in this format. I have playlists for all the signs. If you want to just check whatever one calls to you, they're always timeless. And I have other pick a card readings as well. I have a playlist for that, so feel free to check those out. And thank you guys so much for watching again. I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye. Whew. Oh. Hi guys, if you guys chose pile 2 and the Halloween Tarot and the blue kyanite, this is going to be your reading to see how your person's feeling about you. I kind of just want to do a quick little sage. Woo! Give some sage to you guys. And just in between. Okay. Boop. All right. So we're going to put this to the side because we're going to do that later. I am going to, sorry, just put that there. I have some pre-shuffled oracles, so we're going to start with those to get a general overview of what is going on in your connection as a whole right now. So this is the connecting energy we have. It's surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Okay. For your person's energy, we have the nightingale. For your energy, we have the golden egg, which represents the heart chakra. For your person's energy, again, we have yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Interesting. I feel like these colors are very similar and even similar to the blue kyanite, which is representative of the third eye chakra. Just that blue, I mean, I don't know what kyanite actually is for, if I'm being honest. But yeah, wait, let's hold on. And then we have Pisces energy for your energy, guys. We have intimacy, I don't know why I just said that weird, intuition and compassion. We have intuition on both of your cards here. And these, you guys are mirroring. This is clearly a spiritual connection. I just have to say that right off the bat before, and with the surrender, this is like something where like intensely spiritual, where you're like probably feeling each other's energy. So if that's not the case, because I feel like that's already like a big part of what I'm seeing here with these two cards, and I'll explain why. So then for your person's energy, it says, I trust the universe is always 10 steps ahead of me. And then for your energy, it says, I am grounded and centered. Okay. All right, so let's, I guess, start with this. So the beginning energy, the connecting energy, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. For this one, I kind of wanted to like read in the book about the two animals, or the, well, this isn't an egg, but a potential animal, because I felt like it was very similar. I feel like these two energies are similar. Like the nightingale talks about like, well, you'll see. Okay. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. Again, otherworldly. There's like that sort of vibe. Almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, let it out. Okay, when in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat to bring into balance music. Okay, there's this whole thing about like speaking, song, music. And then for the golden egg, message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Like, see, it's like sound, music. Like, I feel like you guys are communicating on a soul level very much so right now. Like, you're both coming through, like you have Pisces energy, they have the whole yin energy here, like all the feminine energy, which this says trust. I feel like all these piles are connected. This says I trust up here. The last for pile 1 was trust. You're probably drawn to like more than one pile maybe, or like if you watch the other piles, they could be like similar, maybe like on a different timeline, like a little bit ahead of you or behind you. So just keep that in mind. But I feel like this is very much, or this is like the same energy, but just for a more spiritual connection. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I feel like they're very similar. There's the energy of transformation, surrender, and trust in like all 3 piles, like I was getting. Trust, surrender. I don't really see transformation here actually, but maybe it'll come out. But I felt like all 3 of these piles are connected. So there's probably like really potent energy like coming through like in the stars right now. But within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within the sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep, restful ease, perhaps through yoga or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate, which I think was on yours, intimacy, intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been wanting to tell you, waiting to tell you. Again, I feel like you guys are having some sort of like communication going on here. Like sometimes I like try to be like, or blah, blah, blah. But I feel like this is like, no, like if you're not having like telepathic, emotional, heart-to-heart communications like that you actually like can feel, this isn't your pile, just because like this is very clear to me. I trust the universe is always 10 steps ahead of me. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Like I feel like there's like a lot of flow and like give and take here. I feel like the energy, because I'm looking at this Pisces card and I'm seeing these fish swimming around. So I feel like what it was saying, like, and then you feel it, like the thing they've been waiting to tell you or wanting to tell you. I feel like you guys could be coming out of a time that was maybe a little bit where you weren't trusting your intuition. You were more so looking at like the outside circumstances, if that makes sense. And now it's like we're tuning back into like what matters, which is like our inner knowing, our intuition, our trust in spirit, our trust in this connection. It's like I'm grounded and centered. It's like you really, I feel like this connection, even though it makes you crazy probably sometimes, because it's like something, there was a lot about like how this bird goes unnoticed, how like you can see it, but you can't, or you can hear it, or you can feel it, but you can't see it. Like there's something about like the unstruck sound. It's like something only you can hear. So like a dog whistle, or like, again, like you're going to feel like, what was it saying? The swelling in your heart, which is like the emotion that this person like has been waiting to tell you. And this person, look at this bird. It's like mouth is open. It's like, like, you know, trying to sing or say, or just send you some sort of emotion. Or maybe they're just realizing it. Oh, what was your song? It was What a Man by Salt and Pep. So I think they're just like honestly wanting to tell you how amazing you are, and like I think you feel the same way. It's like a mutual like respect here. What a Man, how does that song go? Like it's just basically like how this person is so, the man, or it could be a woman though too, but like how this person is so great, never disrespectful, like body like Arnold, Denzel face. Like, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and rap the whole song, even though I probably could. I know every word, but I'm going to spare you guys today. But it's like intuition, trust. I trust the universe is always 10 steps ahead of me. It's like, I feel like they're starting to trust in this connection. At times we must surrender the old before something new, let go, and all will work out. I feel like you guys, like, in being able to like feel each other's energy the way you have, and maybe you were like cut off from it for a little while, and then it just like the light came back on, because I'm noticing this darkness and where it's like the light is coming down. So maybe almost like spirit like took the connection away, or you guys, like one of you had to cut it off or something like that. But in having it come back, it's like you can see the difference. Like, oh, I'm not imagining this. Like, I can feel it, because now I just didn't feel it for like 2 weeks or whatever, 3 months, whatever it was. And now I do feel like the energy, and it's like, it's very like potent, and it's very real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something like that. I trust the universe is always 10 steps ahead of me. Maybe that's why you were feeling cut off from each other or something like that, because, you know, like spirit really wanted to highlight, like, no, like when you feel this energy, like you can't, there's no like generalizing, like that's really what you're feeling, you know. And I think spirit just really wanted to make that clear to you. So if you're feeling this in your spiritual connection, let's continue on and see what your person is like actually feeling for you right now. My message deck just cut off, and I saw you're so responsible. So, and that makes me think of that Genuine song, Differences. So maybe like your person is trying to like, I don't know, they're looking at things differently. My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then you were that special one. I'm so in love, so deep in love. I don't know. So it's like maybe they're just realizing like the difference between how they feel about you and how they've like felt about other people. How they feel like they can trust you because they can feel what you're feeling. Like they can feel how much you love them. It's like you can, people can talk and say whatever they want, but I mean, when you have that heart-to-heart connection, it's like you really can't lie to each other. I don't know why I like Twilight. I always get Twilight references when I'm reading cards, but I am thinking about how, what was it? It's like when, I don't remember who was saying it. I think Jacob, but he was like, talking about how like all the wolves, like their minds were connected, and he's like, we can't lie to each other when we're connected, like, you know, mind to mind like this. It's almost like that, like, you know, you can't lie to each other, like you feel what you both feel. But maybe sometimes I think the sun is on top. You see how on this card like the moon is on top of the sun, but I think sometimes like the sun is on top, like referencing like the yang energy, where it's like instead of like going by this inner yin, you know, certainty and trust and spirit and intuition, you'll let the outside circumstances or outside things kind of influence how you're feeling. But this is definitely about getting in touch with like the more inner, that golden egg that's inside all of us, you know. So let's see how your person's feeling about you. Page of Pumpkins, Page of Pentacles, see what else. Eight of Ghosts, Eight of Cups. Okay. How is your person feeling about you right now? Temperance. Temperance. How is your person feeling about you, pile 2? 10 of Imps or the 10 of Wands. And the 5 of Ghosts or the 5 of Cups. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, these piles are connected. We had 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles come out in the last pile with a completely different deck. So I just want to say, but then look, the 6 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I mean, we didn't have that, but I'm just saying this is a spiritual connection kind of a thing here. So, okay, how are they like actually feeling about you? I feel like looking at this, I don't know why I feel like this is like really cute. I feel like there's like something about like the purity of this connection that they, like I was saying, they really enjoy, like the spiritual aspect of it. I feel like with Temperance being here, they could be trying to like work on their own things. With the Page of Pumpkins, I'm seeing books. They could be trying to like study something new, or I feel like they made a conscious decision to sort of like maybe like block off their energy from you, if I'm being honest, with the Eight of Cups, where like everything was fine. You guys were communicating on like a spiritual level. Like the moon is smiling. You see, like you have that like sort of like connection together where that yin energy is like flowing between you. It's like the energy of flow, but then it's like they just kind of like flipped the script and walked away. And from this, maybe like they like needed space or something like that, or they separated themselves from you on an emotional level here with the Eight of Ghosts and the Eight of Cups. And they kind of just like left you hanging, maybe like wondering why, like blah, 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 blah. I feel like that's what kind of like happened in the past. But then I feel like now with Temperance, it's like they're just feeling, I feel like they're just really feeling the flow of the energy between you guys. Like, and it's just like, I know that's like, I keep repeating myself, but I really feel like this is like a potent thing. And I'm noticing too, there's like this one picture of an eye tacked to the wall where it's like, again, that sense of like intuition and things like that, where I don't know, like I really just feel like, and there's an owl, like they can't deny like their intuition anymore. Like it's like they felt it kind of flow. And obviously this is a Halloween deck, but I'm noticing this like cauldron and things like that. I feel like they're just like, it's almost like opening up this magical world to them. And I think they needed to sort of walk away. Oh, I actually think now that I'm looking at this, I feel like this could be you maybe trying to like send them some love, or just really like feel, even though they walked away, still trying to like understand them and still trying to, I feel like maybe you were trying to like just send them, maybe you sensed they were going through a hard time or something like that, and you tried to like send some, maybe you even did like a little, if you do any like witchcraft or anything, like a little healing thing for them, or you like prayed for them. But you actively tried to like send them some loving energy, like for no other reason except that you just like love them and wanted them to be okay, like no matter what happened, whether you're together or not. And I think again, this like surprised them with this 10 of Imps. It's like they're trying to like make their way, you know, away, and it's like something like caught their attention and made them like turn back, if that makes sense. And again, I think it's obviously there's a black cat on every one of these cards as well, but I feel like it made them pause for a second as they were walking and turn around. See how he has his like, he's like, wait, did I just really walk away from this person that loves me so much? Like, wait, did I really just, it's like they're thinking, like, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of thoughts in their head here, even though this is like the Five of Cups. I feel like they're like, a lot of these like thoughts are going through their head about like maybe like the way they've treated you, or and like the way their past relationships have been, and maybe a little comparison where they're like, wow, like this doesn't even like compare. Like, I mean, I can't really rationalize like the way I feel about this person. It's just a feeling, like, and it's just like, okay. And like, honestly, I feel like it's getting to the point where like that is enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like that. And I feel like they do have a more positive vision of the future, and like a positive, like, what's the word? Like more hopeful feeling towards the future with Temperance, because like they're feeling like, I don't know, like with the 10 of imps, like the 10 of wands, it's almost like they like put down like a heavy burden, and finally like they put like a big weight off their chest, where maybe they were like, is this real, blah blah blah, like can I trust this? Like I was saying, like you opened a door to some sort of like magical, like to the spiritual connection, obviously, and it's like something that they probably fought against, like, you know, like they were like a student here, well maybe you were like temperance, like you knew more about what was going on than they did, and it was easier for you to comprehend. Maybe you've been like a spiritual person longer or something like that, and they just felt like a new student just trying to learn this stuff, or they didn't want to learn it, like, you know what I mean, because these books are like tied up, where it's like they didn't want to know, like, you know what I mean, they wanted only to look at their pentacle and more practical things instead of learning something new. So now though, it's like they're trying to get in touch with their emotions, examine them. Like you see how like here, like if you think about the cups as being representative, like the ghosts as being representative of their emotions, they're walking away, not looking at them, even though they're trying to like, they're like, hey, where are you going? Like, you know, but here he's like, the pumpkin is like conferring with them. Does that make sense? So it's like they're trying to understand their own emotions. They're trying to understand everything. So that's how I feel like they're feeling about you right now. So this is like really good progress that I'm seeing. And this is them trying to trust their feelings and their intuition like 100%. So, and they're trying to surrender to it. Surrender maybe their old way of thinking, and finally like let go of a lot of things that just have been holding them back, like a lot of weight that they've been carrying. So I kind of want to look at the underlying reasons for this, like where, like what lessons, this is like advice. So it would be like as if your person was getting this advice just to see what they're like learning about right now, what lessons that are contributing to the way they're feeling. Do not judge by appearances. A rich heart may be under a poor coat. That's a proverb. So maybe, again, they were like judging this connection. Maybe they were judging themselves. And now they're trying to like look in, like deeper into things, like instead of just like judging by appearances, like including this connection. Your self-conceptions may not paint an accurate picture of your talents and abilities if you don't believe in yourself. So your self-conceptions, again, maybe they're again taking a look at, I don't know, maybe the way that they look at love and relationships, like maybe they just think that they're trying to like reassess, like I think their own opinions of other things and themselves, like kind of like a holistic kind of assessment of everything. Remember, you can always be kind. That's too many. What? Oh, it's pile two's person. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I feel like this is like them doing that now, like trying to, like, again, confer with their emotions and like just being like, wait a minute, like what's going on here? Mental stress tip. Imagine the dense energy of your mind trickling down into your body. Take a breath, stretch and shake your shoulders out. And then we have, don't be so smart you can't wonder. Yeah, I feel like your person is like one of those people that's always like very like, yeah, like they're just like opinionated, I guess you could say, but just like almost like they think they're the smartest person in the room, and they're like, it almost makes them be a little closed-minded. But again, I feel like they're trying to open their mind now, so that's okay. But I feel like they're not the type of person that's like, it's easy for them to be in this Page of Pentacles, like student energy. Like they want to be like the smartest person in the room. Like they think they know it all a little bit. And they're now having to like surrender to the fact that like maybe they don't know shit about this whole other side of life that has been going on their whole life that they just weren't tapped into. And they're like, whoa, like, you know, it's kind of cool. Like, again, I'm kind of getting the student teacher thing from you guys. So maybe like your connection really has like kind of done this for them. And, you know, they're, I don't know, like that whole, like, don't be so smart you can't wonder. That's like this meme from Instagram that was like, don't be so, how does it go? Don't be so something. Don't be so smart you can't wonder. Don't be so, don't like hate the rain and miss like the roll of thunder. Like, I don't know, it was like kind of corny, but like that whole don't be so smart you can't wonder, I think they used to be too smart to wonder, like, and now they're kind of like expanding their mind a little bit. Yeah, because the Nightingale is an air energy. And it's like they're expanding their intellect to include intuition. And they're realizing how like on point things have maybe gone in your connection now that they're like looking back in hindsight. That's why I feel like they're looking that way and not at you. I feel like they're looking on the past and seeing the way that like, because I trust the universe is always 10 steps ahead of me. I think they're realizing like all the times that like that's actually been the case. I've realized the only thing I've been fighting against this whole time is my own happiness. This is what they would say to you. What would pile two's person want to say? I project all my fears onto you. All right, these all came out in pile one. Half the time I'm terrified. Half the time I want to charge at you like a linebacker. You're not afraid to look silly, or even like to like talk about maybe these like spiritual concepts that would like they might have thought were silly, and like maybe like, you know, or maybe just talk about your feelings to them. Like, you know, if it's not like you haven't talked about spiritual things to them, maybe just like how you feel, like you're not afraid to look stupid. Like you're just like, this is how I feel. Like you think it's stupid or not, but yeah, it's coming from a pure place or something. And I feel like they recognize that. All right. Oh. I've never met anyone who had the same heart as me. It blows my mind how caring and kind you are. That came out in pile one as well. So maybe pile one was like before this, and then this is pile two is like the next step or something. Please don't take it personal that my guard is up. It's the only way I know how to be. I realize how much you mean to me. I just don't know how to say it. But again, I think they want to with this nightingale energy. And I think they're trying to like express it to you. Even if they're not trying to, they're like thinking about it and feeling it and like wanting you to feel it somehow, or you just are, you know. I never decided to trust you and love you. One day I just realized you snuck in there somehow, or that you were always there, you know. And this, you know, connection has always existed between you, even if they couldn't see it. You're mad chill. It's too many. What else would... Oh, I miss you. And one more. Ah, those two more. Just need one. I just saw, oh, sorry, that was too many. I kept seeing, though, 2 times it came out, where it was like Kundalini energy that was talking about. And that is like about a spiritual awakening and stuff like that. So again, I think that's just saying that they're starting to like wake up to the spiritual energy. I remember all the little things about you. And I'm starting to understand you. All right, guys, so I think we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did like it, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. It literally makes me so happy. And I would really appreciate it. And if you guys liked the layout of this reading, this is the way I do all my zodiac readings. So like if you want to like look into it deeper, like I have playlists for all the signs on there if you want to check that out, or like if you want to just watch another pick a card, I have my pick a cards. I have a playlist for that as well. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Where is this thing? Baby. Okay. Hey, lovey. So if you guys chose pile 3 and the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot and the Golden Healer Heart, this is going to be your reading to see how your person's feeling about you. I do want to do a quick little sage like I did for the last pile. And just clear the energy a little bit. Clear my own like third eye. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, so let's jump into your reading. I have some pre-shuffled oracles just to get an overview of the connection as a whole. So the first card we have is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. For your person's energy, we have the Panther. For your energy, we have the Vulture. Okay. We also have Yang energy for your person. Proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. And then for your side, we have mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. For your person, it says, I know my worth. I do not settle for less. And for your energy, it says, when I feel stuck, I get my body moving. Okay. This is interesting. So, okay, this is interesting because I had these 2 cards come out together, and I don't even remember what reading it was, but maybe Aquarius, but I don't remember like that I did like in my last Zodiac series, but it was like the Panther spirit combined with that card, I know my worth, I do not settle for less. And I'm kind of getting the same sort of a vibe. Like, I feel like right now your person is learning to say no. Like, could be in a romantic way, like if other people are trying to pursue them, I feel like they're just like I am getting a very protective. This is proactive, but I keep seeing like the word protective when I look at it. So like, I feel like they're very protective over your connection. They're very much like, if someone is trying to kind of like come in and like swoop them away, they're just like, with this sun coming up over this moon, I feel like there's a very masculine energy here. Like, even if they're a woman, where they're like, again, like, get back. Like, I am not interested. Like, I am, like, they're learning how to say no. And again, it could be like I was saying, if other people are trying to hit on them and they're like, you know, kind of saving all their love for you. Oh, Whitney Houston. That's a song. But it's like, maybe that's something here where like somebody's married, because that's what that song is about. I just thought about it. It's like, you've got your family and they need you there, but like, I've tried to resist being last on your list, but no other man's gonna do, so I'm saving all my love for you. So maybe that's like a situation going on here where your person's like married and like someone's married, like who's saving the love here? It'd be this person. So maybe like you're married and your person is like saving all their love for you, and like maybe like other people in their life are like, come on, like they're married, like, you know, it's not going anywhere, but you're just like, I don't care. It doesn't have to be married, but it could just be like you can't be together for some reason, long distance, like another reason, you know, like, oh, but they live in Oklahoma, like, come on, like, you know, and you're just like, get back. Not interested, I'll bite you. And or like, again, like a spiritual connection where it's like you feel like you're both like kind of like, you feel like you and your person are both like growing and learning, and it's just like, whatever, back it up. Like, I know who I love, like it's not you, I know who I want. Even if this person never comes around, I get away. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, get away. I don't know, I'm getting like a very similar message that I was getting. Just the fact that those 2 exact cards came out, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I feel like your person right now feels, if anything, like they don't want anything but you. I feel like they're proactive. What does this say? Expression, doing, and forward motion. Like, I feel like if, again, like they could be maybe like pursuing you, or I feel like they're not. I feel like they're turning away from you in a way. Because maybe they know you're not ready, but at the same time, it's not like they're turning away. They're like, again, turning away in a protective gesture. Like, I'll give you your space, but I'm also like blocking anyone else from coming in at me. Like, I just want like your energy, nobody else's. Like, it's like they're turning away from you and almost maybe to protect you, like somehow. I don't know how, but I am getting a vibe that they just would like fight to the death for you here. They would do anything to like protect you and take care of you. Really, I am feeling that. This could be maybe the inverse of pile 2, because like that was like we had the yin energy in that pile and the yang here. So this could be like the other side of the coin or something. Transformation, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I feel like there's nothing your person will not conquer and face head on when it comes to you. Like, they have made their decision long ago. Like, they don't care. Like, even if they go through it, even if they get upset, I feel like they will not settle for anything less than you. Like, they see something in you, or they just know it's right. I would say almost with their intuition, but I'm not really getting an intuitive vibe. But they could be, this also talks about purging, and actually they both do. The panther and the vulture talk about purging. And your energy is kind of interesting over here, because with the vulture, I feel like right now, like you could have went through like kind of a dark time, and you kind of still could be going through it. I feel like there's a lot of stress, mental stress. Wait, I'm seeing the purple outline of this bird, and almost like there's like dark energy being released. I'm like noticing like puffs of smoke coming out. And that's another thing. Like, again, if this is like a spiritual connection, like if this is like the inverse of pile 2, like it could be that like your person understands that like you need time like to balance and get yourself right, and like whatever it is, like you're going through something, they could probably feel it or know it on some level. And it's like, especially if people are trying to say like, oh, forget that person, like they could just be like no, like they're going through something. Like, if anything, I will just try to make it easier for them. I'm not gonna like, do anything to hurt them or ever give up on them. Like, I just will not. I just feel like your person won't. So if you're worried about that, that's like good to know, I guess, for you guys here. But yeah, I feel like you have been going through this tense time. I feel like you're trying to release and like rebalance. Like, this card talks about how vultures do like the dirty work. They clean up their mess. They like rebalance the ecosystem by, I guess, like, they stop the spread of disease by like doing like the dirty work that nobody wants to do, like, well, I guess by eating the dead animals and stuff. And that makes sense, because if there's a bunch of dead rotting flesh laying around, I mean, when other animals or people, kids touch it, it's like, but if they clean it to the bone, there's like no festering flesh to worry about infecting other people. Sorry, I'm doing like a Halloween theme. I don't know why I'm talking in these like disgusting terms, but I mean, I guess that's technically what a vulture does, like, it's my understanding. Then we have surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So it's like, I feel like this is a process that you're going through right now to like, again, purge, release, so that way like you can have the ability maybe to welcome something in. And like, it says, when I feel stuck, I get my body moving. So I don't know, like, I feel like your attention's definitely focused on your person over here, but your claws are like gripping your branch. Like, does that make sense? Like, where you're welcoming it maybe on a more inner level, like you do want to communicate with your person, or you do want to be with them. Oh, what was their song? Did I tell you? It's Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Okay, I just had to say that. But yeah, I feel like there could be some sort of dynamic where it's like, how's that song go? What a wicked game to play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. But it's all about like, I don't want to fall in love. This girl is only going to break your heart. I love that song. It's a Ross and Rachel song. But yeah, so anyway, that song, Wicked Game, I mean, maybe you feel like, God, sorry, the dynamic of that song is basically like working through your fears, like, oh, I don't want to fall in love, this person's only going to break my heart. So I can see the fear here with this vulture, and I could see like the fluidity, welcoming change, where it's like trying to get open to that. But probably that song is maybe like where you guys are at right now, where there's just a fear of being hurt, there's a fear of actual change, And I feel like you could be using maybe exercise as a distraction in order to sort of like, or when I feel stuck, I get my body moving, or there's something with the body, like, I don't know, like whatever that would be, like maybe just grounding down in a more physical way where you're able to sort of like get out of your head and into your body. Like that was kind of coming through in pile 1, but again, it was like the inverse. So that's why I'm saying like this could be like an inverse pile or like a cross watch pile or something like that. But surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Again, remember how, I don't know if you didn't watch pile 2 probably, but I was saying how like transformation, surrender, trust, there was like a lot of that energy like in all 3 piles. Like there's like energy from at least 1 pile in every pile, like, or at least 2 piles in every pile. Like these keywords like transformation, surrender, and trust. But so these, it's like surrender and transformation. I feel like right now, like you're trying to like surrender to like allow to welcome this relationship with another person to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I feel like including you, even maybe in spite of you, like if that makes sense. Like I feel like you could have tried to not change for a long time, but I feel like now you're finally like being more open to it. But if you're worried about what your person is doing, I would say that they're fiercely loving you. I mean, it's like weird to talk about that about people that have never like really like dated, which I feel like a lot of times these spiritual connections are. But like if that's the case here, it's just that the care for you, like the feeling in their heart, like just the knowing, like, you know what I mean? And if you do have some established connection, like then yes, like love, like, you know. So if that sounds like your connection, let's see. What is your person feeling about you right now? Pile 3. I'm curious to see. How is pile 3's person feeling? We have the Queen of Wands. She's winking. It's like, don't worry, baby. Wait, hold on. I feel like they're definitely feeling like, oh, hold on. We have death here. And the 6 of Cups. Cute. Okay, what else? We have the 7 of Swords. And the 10 of Wands, which has come out in like every freaking pile. Like I can't even deal. And then the 5 of Cups, which has come out in every single pile as well. Oh, that says Lenore. A lot of names, because I also had like the name Billy on like on one of these decks. But anyway, so any Lenores or Billies out there? I have an Aunt Lenore. Holla at me. But okay, so let's see what we got here. So the 6 of Cups is like standing out to me. Like I feel like your person, sorry, Leo. This is like reminding me, actually let's start with this Death card, but I feel like this is reminding me of like an old ancestor, like a picture on the wall, like kind of a thing. And so maybe this is something like your person just feels like this connection is so like, they're so sure of it. It's like maybe they've gotten confirmation from their ancestors, or they just feel like you've had these past lives together, or like they've known you for many lifetimes. Maybe you guys have been friends or something, or you've known each other since you were children. But they're just like so sure of it. The 6 of Cups is at the center of this reading. Even though things may not appear to be moving forward with death, I mean, they could appear to have ended, like, you know, the 7 of Swords, but they know that like whatever's surrounding them, like looks can be deceiving, and they're not allowing it to like kind of drag them down. This is like super creepy. They're all watching this guy drown. Okay. Like, but it's almost like I don't know, like I'm like kind of getting a sense that that this connection, they used to let like their fears and worries about this connection like really like drag them down. And honestly, maybe that's why like people in their life, like if it's not like other like romantic suitors, it could just be their family and friends that are kind of like, why do you do this to yourself? Like, you know, this isn't going anywhere and like blah, blah, blah. And I think that's maybe where the defensive energy is coming through, where they're like, shut the fuck up because it's none of your fucking business. Like, I'll do what I want. If I want to drown with, like, you know, I will. But it's almost like I'm not like fooled by like what's going on around me. Like, I'm seeing deeper into this situation here. I'm the motherfucking Queen of Wands. And it's like, you know, like the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Spirit. And it's, again, almost like an energy of like, there's like a sureness. And it is a very powerful energy. But I feel like your person doesn't care how things look to other people. Like, they will like defend this until the end. And again, like that whole marriage thing I was talking about, the Queen of Wands could sometimes speak of like another party and like the connection or something like that. And I feel like your person just really tries to like hone in on like the connection that they feel with you and what they feel like, the knowing that they have about you. I feel like sometimes also like your energy is very much blocked off, and they do a lot of strategizing in order to just make sure that any moves that they make aren't going to scare you off. I feel like they worry about that a lot. They're very careful and strategic in like everything that they say and do to you. I feel like they're very receptive to you, but they're just maybe, I feel like they're making a lot of moves in their own life, like moving away from you, because again, they just probably realize that you need space and they don't want to add to your stress. And I think even like they could be doing some cute like behind the scenes things in order to, if they feel like you're drowning or like you're going through like a tough time, like they wouldn't just sit there and watch. Like they would be working like behind the scenes in order to help you out somehow. I feel like your person really cares about you very fiercely. This is like a fierce love that they have for you, and they're willing to like defy convention and do whatever it takes in order to like have this happy ending with you. I feel like another like weird message that I'm getting is kind of like, maybe you're this person's like first kiss, and if that's not the case in this lifetime, like maybe like in some other lifetime, like your first lifetime, like maybe you guys were each other's first kiss in like that lifetime. Like, does that make sense? Like maybe you were like, because this looks like almost like the past to me, like some olden times, and maybe like there's something like that where it's like our connection goes so far back, like they're like my first and only love, like just you don't understand like them talking to their family and friends or the haters or whatever. And I don't think that these people are trying to tell them that you're like a bad person or anything, but I think they're just like, oh, let's look at the facts here, like this person is not around. And I feel like your person's just like, they've actually been around longer than I have known you. Like they were like in many lifetimes, like you don't know what you're talking about. Like this is just one of, you know, aspect of our connection. Like it goes so much deeper. So, okay, that's how I feel like your person's feeling. Let's see what lessons they're learning that can help shed some light maybe on like why. Feelings are so important. Make feeling good your number one priority, and watch your life change. So again, it's like maybe they also just feel like I can't have people dragging me down. Like, and she's like the Panther's like, obviously, like what am I just gonna say? It's like hard to stay in this like good energy, and like your negativity isn't helping. That's too many. Sometimes the heart knows in a way the logical mind can't. Yes. Like this is like what they just know in their heart but can't put into words maybe to the people around them, and they're just like, you don't get it and you don't have the comprehension to get it, you know? Find what fills your cup and pour it all over the canvas of your life. They found it and it's you, okay? Like, period. Sometimes success is scarier than failure because it brings actual change to our lives. Again, like, I don't know, like, hold on, let me just get the last one. When did it become weird and bad to care about people, to be silly and happy and free? And don't let anyone use your past to invalidate who you are today. You grew, you're not a hypocrite. So with the success is scarier than failure, I think that could just mean that, like, the thought of even like having this happen is just as overwhelming as the thought of it not happening. Like, this is a very intense connection for your person. And I think they've come to a point now where they're willing to just whatever, like, face it. But I think that these fears do come up for them. And what it would be like to actually like have a more grounded version of this connection, not just in, because yeah, I don't see any pentacles here. I feel like this is very spiritual, emotional, and like mental. Like, there isn't really a whole lot of like physical connection between you. So what do we have for their message to you? I can feel your anger and pain. Yeah, they're definitely sensing that you're going through a rough time right now. And again, they're like, stop acting like this person's like a piece of shit. Like, they're just going through it and they need time. Like, stop. When I come back, I'm coming back right. You're such a nurturer. You're so ambitious. I feel like they really want you to know that they like see like such good qualities in you, like the nurturance and the ambition. Like, they see that you're like both sides of that, and that like whenever you're ready to do things right, like they are too. Because I feel like it's, but look, I'm scared to 100% give into these feelings. I was just going to say, I feel like the holdup is you, but maybe again, like they're kind of holding things up in their own way somehow. I'm wide fucking awake. Like, they're aware of this connection. Like, they've made their decision. They've kind of made their peace with it, but I just get like, that's too many. All right. You wouldn't believe the amount of pain I felt over you. You're such a good kisser. And if you haven't kissed, oh, remember that thing I was saying? I had like the first kiss or something. I feel like I don't know why I got that message, but I really just did. Your loyalty and dedication have really touched me. I think they just see you as such a good person. You're so innocent, but so sexy. So it's like, oh, what's that movie with Ryan Gosling and is it Steve Carell? The Crazy Stupid Love or something, where he's talking about his wife and he's like, she walks that fine line of being like so adorable, but so sexy, like blah, blah, blah. I feel like that your person feels like that about you. What else would they want to say? Just two more. But it's like, hold on. Your strength and kindness inspire me. Yeah, there's like that, what's the word? Like the two sides, is it dichotomy? That could be wrong. But you're ambitious and you're a nurturer. Like, you're innocent, but you're sexy. You're strong, but you're kind. Like, oh, you're so creative. They see a lot of good things in you. I always imagine the life we could have together. So they just want you to know how amazing they think you are. And if you've been feeling like you're not, like, just, your person thinks you're the bomb.com. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed the layout of this reading, please feel free to check out my zodiac readings. I have a playlist for all the signs, and the setup is very much the same, just to look into how your person's feeling. They're all timeless, so whenever you want to watch whatever titles are like drawing you in, or like my pick a cards, I have a playlist for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Okay, bye.